So just to warn you, this is a meeting that will be recorded and will be put on YouTube. And for those who see it later on, I wanted to give a little bit of an introduction, very short, about Project Hessdalen. Maybe you don't know that much. Maybe you're more interested in the programming part, and that's why you're here. But this was, and we have Erling Strand actually here now, and I'm not going to ask him to tell the story because that will take a long time. It has been 40 years. That's when actually Erling went up to Hessdalen, and he saw this light that was so strange that he's been working on this for 40 years. And 25 years ago, they put up this blue box. And this is a 24/7 monitoring system that will take pictures and videos and put it on the internet. So you can still go to Hessdalen and look at the alarm pictures. These are the latest pictures that has not been analyzed yet. And then you can look at every year and the pictures that Erling has picked out and said, this looks interesting. So I made a very nice drawing. You see the blue box, and you see a camera. So there are many cameras connected to this blue box. There's only one that will actually take the pictures and put it on the internet. But we do have a number of cameras connected, and more will come. We have planned to get some UFO DAP system. We have to find another place than the blue box because we want to get triangulation, so we can actually make sure that this phenomena is seen in the valley. We know that you can use this system now to get lights. We do want to have a system where the data from this goes into a database, and so that's part of the programming job that we have to do. First of all, the database is going to be used to put in the witness reports, but we want all the data from all the sensors and all the cameras to be in the database so that we can connect them. And of course, you see bugs and airplanes and drones, maybe satellites. But in these days, even to be able to have a system where you can pick out drones is of interest. I would like to know when people tell me there's something, and if we then have a system where it can catch drones, it could be spy drones for all we know, that would be of interest. We have seen some interesting lights sometimes on the sky, and even that is of interest. If you see these crystallized, suddenly you get like a rainbow on the sky, and it really looks like an object, but it's just a natural phenomena. It's nice to get this information into a database. Comets are all kinds of comets and all kinds of colors of comets, and definitely of interest. And then there are all those that you don't know, and these are the unidentified phenomena. So Massimo Teodorani, who is our scientific consultant, he has then written why scientific research in Hessdalen is extremely important. So the main mystery to be solved: why is it important to study the Hessdalen and similar phenomena? Because we do not know the reason why these lights can be turned on, often at a very high level and for a long time. So I'll just allow you to pause this later on, and then you can have a look and see what this says. The main goal is to see if we can actually find out what is the physical mechanism behind this. And his goal is actually to be able to reproduce it and see if you can use this energy later on. So this is the motivation. Can we understand this? Can we use this for like new energy sources? It has been recorded that some of these objects move up to 30,000 kilometers an hour. Could this be new transportation? Anyway, this will definitely give us new understanding of science and nature as it is. I've just been following the discussion that we've had in the group, and these lights apparently is like monochrome light in according to one report of Massimo. So it it is very strange, but it's there all the time. So we want to know more about it. So I've given you kind of some why. Why do we want to know about this? It's interesting. How do we do it? Yeah, my how is that we put it into this database. We make sure that we get it from people and we get it from the instruments. And now the next thing is who can help us. So this is just to kind of invite programmers. That means you. And it doesn't mean that you have to be like super interested in UFOs. I mean, I don't want your head filled with UFOs. I want your head filled with code, and that is kind of the interesting part for me because this is a process that we're going through, and we have a lot of work to do. So this is the list of knowledge that the team members have: C Sharp, C++, authentication, Azure, SQL, and whatnot. So there is a lot. There is people. They should have been here. But we have a lot to do. I've been working on the website. We're planning a mobile app. We are building a database and so on and so on. So this is my first developer program kickoff meeting. I intend to invite every month. And then now it's kind of your turn. You can join, you can learn, you can participate. And I invite people to use this as a way to meet other programmers and also have an interesting goal, something to develop. So I can see that Gulsan, she's one of my colleagues. You want to unmute and just say hi. um,
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
You are there, and we have been working we are working at Capgemini, and we've had this upskill program. And upskill is well, all kinds of subjects, but we are front end developers. And so I've had a series of lectures, and I want to have another at least 3 presentations on upskill about like the React framework, about stage management systems, about whatever, just to get the new programmers into the framework that most of the world is using, and why this system, why this CSS system, Tailwinds, Dialects, or whatever. So I'm going to do that anyhow. And then I'm going to use this also here on this developer program for Project Hessdalen. Because if people join, then you will get to these lectures and you will also learn. So I'm hoping that we'll find a list of subjects. Every month I'll pick something, but the thing is that in between the month, that's when we meet on the platforms that we have and discuss and get to know the people and get to know the tasks that we want to do. So it's the process. I'm interested in the process of, for me, it's the learning of this new technology. And of course, the goal I told you about, like, we want to find out what is this, these lights, these things that we do not understand, that is so hard to find out. But we need more money, we need more equipment, But the moment we have equipment and data, we need to put it into a system, and that's where we come in. So for me, it's the process that's interesting. So I would have liked more people to be here, but somebody is actually showing up. This time we got Dag that suddenly popped up and Gulsan. So I would like to stop a little bit and ask, um, could you, the few of you that are here, could you say a little bit about yourself? I'm skipping Erling, unless you actually want to do some programming. So, okay, Erling, you can start, and then we go on after that. So, what would you
Yeah,
like? Yeah, what
just
would you
want
like?
to say say my name, and I will not do any programming,
Oh,
but I want to see how many people are showing up and how the progress is going, because I'm
yes,
very interested in the
yeah,
progress.
yeah. Thank you. Ah, now you're going to do any programming?
Hi, my name is
Ah,
Anna.
yeah.
Well, actually, I am here to learn more than to do the programming. I want to be able to help, but I'm still learning a lot.
Hmm.
I'm more into the database part of it. I've been doing that a lot through my work as an archaeologist, building it up and trying to make it work easy for those that are going to use it for searching. But I'm mostly here to learn about the programming because I really want to be able to participate, but I'm not I'm not there yet.
Okay, thank you. One comment before I ask for Bangladesh. I can't say your name. You have to say your name. Sorry, but we will have a discussion with SCU, Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies, about databases next weekend. So I'm really keen on seeing what we get out of that. Bangladesh, can you say your name?
Yeah,
Babib?
you can say, call me Habib.
Habib. Okay, simple.
Yes. So my name is Mir Habibul Latif. You can call call Habib. So I'm in software engineering for the last 3 years. I'm a specialization is my man stack. So my I'm mostly interested to learn the
Whoa,
how we
no, it didn't work.
manage the project. So my plan is to learn the system design and the project management thing.
Hmm.
So and also I am aspiring AI ML. The I want to learn about the machine learning and artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I have done some work in my uni days, so I have to recap that too.
Yes. Can I ask Gulsan, do you want to do anything for us?
If I can be useful for you, then yeah, why not? I will join for sure.
Yes. And well, I know her from work because she's sitting there all the time, and I'm so happy that she is the one that put out those nice words on my developer blog. So yes, Doug, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
Hey, yeah,
Hey,
likewise.
yeah.
Good. How are you?
I was trying to put the faces down on the recording, but then it got too many.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
it. A dream in a dream in a dream in a dream.
definitely, yeah. But yeah, you have been very helpful with everything that has to do with the DNS and stuff like that. So I know you're helpful.
Yeah, I wish I
Yeah,
could do more. I was jumping in last minute. I saw that I saw on the Discord channel,
yeah.
and then I remembered, yeah, it was
Uh,
something I was gonna do today. So sorry for being late.
that's fine. It's recorded. Yes. So I'll just continue a little bit because what I do want to do is spend some time on the website, and I can demonstrate in a way that I think we can show that we've done a proof of concept. We can work in code spaces. You don't have to install any development environment. You can just go to the website, to GitHub, and start up code spaces. I'll demonstrate that. So the moment we merge into the master it goes directly to the cell and will be deployed. So we are using React and Next, but I do want to work more with this. I will come back to this because I want to have a proper storybook where we can have a design system and component libraries. I can't decide properly in my own head whether I want to go for like Stylex or Tailwind. And so these are interesting issues. And of course, there's more. The database, as I said, on their site, they have help wanted. And I have told them that we are interested in this. So we are now starting to discuss with them how we can help, how we can use the format that they have described, because they have a specification, they have the fields. What you see on the this map is from their system, so you can actually have a nice system to search for, because you can pop up on the left side, you will have a search bar and you can filter, and then you'll see the bubbles like where this is matching. And then on the right side, you can pop up another sidebar with all kind of details about these sightings. So I think this looks like a very good database, and I definitely want to be part of that process. This is a map made by Magnus Holm, our technical director. So this is kind of like when you go into the blue box, then it's getting data from different sensors, and then we have to do some processing locally because there's too much and you have to kind of filter out. And then in here, we would definitely need some AI because we want to filter out the bugs and the planes. Maybe keep the drones, I'm not sure. So, and then kind of put it into the internet. So all of this is, but then this is not just on the web. This is in the computers that you install on the blue box. We have different kinds of system, but we've also, or Magnus has set up some UFO DAP systems, and even though it's old software, then this is the one you can buy to get triangulation. This is the one that is used to get triangulation for UFO or UAP sightings. So that's the goal, to set this up, and then yeah, we could need some help from people to look more into this and get it to work properly. Sky 360, they have a developer program. So actually it's the inspiration from what they did that made me start this one, because I want to have a monthly meeting as they do. So if you feel like, okay, this is just kind of like learning and website and databases and it's kind of too simple or easy for you, you can go to their system, listen to their development programs, and everything is open source, everything is on GitHub, and they have this camera working with tracking, and I think the next task is the pan tilt zoom. This system, when it triggers an alarm, and because it has a sighting, you can make that trigger to anything. So if I want to have like a mobile notification, this is the system. And I do want to have a mobile notification. Once again, this is AI. They have in Germany set up two cameras, two 4K camera, and they are running through a system, doing image processing. There is deep learning. There's an AI system that will filter out the different kinds of bugs and whatever, airplanes. So I am eager to kind of get to know more about their system, because I want to make sure that we don't I would like somebody to have knowledge about their system and help them maybe, but it's interesting information. So, oh, Bangladesh, you have a dog in the background. Could you mute yourself a
Oh,
little bit?
sorry.
That's okay. So, so I'm hoping now this is January the 14th, and then we have a month until next time. I'm planning to do it like the second Sunday. Maybe the Sunday is a bad day. I have to find out. I have to send out a questionnaire about that. But the thing is that the plan is that you go to the blog, you find a developer, and on this site I will update with the latest. Now I'll put out the recording, so there's going to be the link there. We do have the Discord, so for those who wants to meet people, you can easily do it on Discord and then discuss. I mean, that's what Discord was used for. You play. No, stop playing and do coding instead and have fun with your fellow programmers. And then the code is going to be on GitHub. So this is where you'll find stuff. But everything will start on the blog developer site, and then you will get the information you need. Okay. Basically, that's it. I want to maybe show you some screens. So I do have some very concrete things that I need to do because I have the project now running at my own site. It's called, or my own repository on Xparagon. So I want to move this to a proper Project Hessdalen site, and I need some help on Git and how to do that. And I know there are people at work that I can ask. And I have some cleanup related stuff, and maybe Gulsan will kill me if she sees my code because there is a bit of a mess in that. But that's why I want to kind of go through and make a proper choose the CSS framework, make a design system, make a component library, use the storybook, and then define whatever is needed. So basically, I think that's it. And I want to show you then that here we have, this is the site. You just go in here and I will update this. I have made some comments about like what we plan to do. And of course, I want to make it more specific. And when I have now the development itself, it's going to be on GitHub, so we can go there. I can tell you go and make an issue or pick a case. So I do use Google Sites to just write. It's a very simple system. So if I want to do some changes now, next meeting. This is a very, very simple system to update web pages. For those who are interested in that, you just ask. So this, as you see now, is running on my local host. And if I then go and look at, let me see if I can find that. Let me see if it's this one. Not. I'm just switching here on the back. Here it is. So I'm going to pull it down. So this is when I'm asking Gulsan to close your eyes because I did try to make components out of it, but a lot is on this welcome page, and this is just a little bit too ugly. So, but anyway, the moment I do this now, do any changes, let me see if I do Oracle, any changes, and it will show up on my source control, and I can add this and then stage it and then commit it, and then I can merge it, and the moment that is done, it will go to World Wide Web. Okay, I'm going to show you another little program just to give you a feeling of, and let me see. Yeah, so as you see, it's running localhost, and I am trying on different systems as how to understand the styling. And I'm also, I'm also working on how to make it flow properly. So this is just me testing, and I'm just, come back. The problem with the flow is that I want to make sure that as I shrink the page, then this will go into, and now I'm not sure why did I lose my margin on the side. So as you see, these are just dummy or testing. So let me go to my here, this one. As I said, I have it on GitHub, but it's running now on my Xparagon. But I wanted to show you that the way to program anything these days, this is just a sample little code that I made. And Habib, you've been here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm working on it, creating a mobile app for you.
Yeah. So that's the whole point. You kind of just get some code and then you can play with it. So what I'm doing now is that I went to this Flip to Learn and I said code space. And it's what it's doing is that it's actually starting up a machine in the cloud somewhere. I don't know. And then you can say npm run dev. Run dev. And the reason I say that is because in my package JSON, I have a script that says dev. I normally have to go and check because sometimes it's dev, sometimes it's start. Oh, okay. What it's doing now is that it's running install. So now I have all these node modules. All of this is things that I normally have to do. So, Anna, if you are new to programming, it means that you can basically go into a program, a repository code that somebody else has made, and you can start it up using this code space. And you don't have to install Visual Studio Code, Git, and this and that. And there's quite a lot of things to do. You do need to know how to get around this system, so you have to know how to navigate a little bit. And as in this case, you need to know that you have to have this npm run dev. Okay, some magical words. But the moment I do that, I'm starting up the system, and it says open a browser. Okay, so, I just want to, okay. So this is the system, and this is what I made for the language cafe. But it's a good demo for how you can start up something and do some simple testing. So it says 3 words. Let me just put this on the side like that and squeeze it even a little bit more. And then take this one like that. Okay. So this is now different components. So my count up is the one that says 1 of 3 words. So norsk, and I can peek, so I can see what it is. And I know this. Okay, hva heter du? So Habib, do you know what this is? In Norwegian.
In Norwegian, how are
Yeah,
you?
how are you? Almost. So you can peek. What is your name? So you click on the I don't know because you didn't get it, and so on. So this is, as you see here, 3 of 3 words, and it says here count of total words and words. And if I want to do any changes, then I just want to remove these words. and I'm saving it, and you see it's done. That's it. The system is set up that when I do a change, it will automatically do it. So if you want to have anything, and then suddenly, sometimes you can end up with some, I say, word, it was some error here. So, didn't work. Words. So, okay, got it back. Um, Actually, I should not have words. I should have the proper one here, because if you see here, I have English, Ukrainian, Arabic. So this should actually be translated. So, but this is the programming is that you can use this and then you can enhance. Could you comment a little bit on what you have been playing around with, Habib?
So I am working on the converting this app to the Flutter. So I've given you a Figma design. So basically, the uh, right now the word is like static way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm planning to build a database on it, on different word in Norwegian, and then there is a English version of it. So when a user will go there, see a Norwegian word, they will uh, uh, like when a user can play with, like they
Mm-hmm.
will get 10 sets of word,
Mm-hmm.
Norwegian word,
Mm-hmm.
and they can play with it. And there is a level like beginner, intermediate, hard.
Mm-hmm.
So the backend will fetch 10 words from, like they will fetch like adjective, noun, or adverb. That sort of mix it up and give it to the user.
Yeah, what I really like about it is that you are doing this using something called Flutter. And
Mm,
and the amazing thing about Flutter is that if you want to make an app or you
mm,
want to make something that works on a mobile, iOS or Android or a
yes,
tablet or
yeah,
Windows or
yes,
Apple,
yeah,
that's Flutter.
everything.
Everything, yes. So one of the goals for my project has done is also to make an app, and then
Mm,
we have. It would be very nice if we could actually have like a form that we can fill in. So if you're actually in the valley or you're in front of something, you're seeing something, and you want to kind of capture it right now, then what if you could even take a video and kind of start that, and then you could fill out the things after. So there are many things, but then you want to have it on an app. You want to have it on a mobile.
mm,
Mm. So a simple test like you are doing makes sense then the moment it becomes more interesting, because this for you was the training, the learning process.
mm,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. So there is a lot of things that can be uh, taught, and I have, as I said, now put this on my own GitHub. Uh, this is out on Vercel, and on Vercel I have Hessdalen. So when I choose this one, you can actually see here deployments. Like when I do a merge to master, you can see it's telling you. You see here I got an error. It will tell you in building the system and then deploying the system, and now it's ready. So here I can have some web analysis. I can see how many page views I have. All this is from hosting it on Vercel. You see there are a lot of people that are clicking on the live streaming, and we do have a couple of people working on that issue, because there are two cameras that does have live streaming, but you can't give it public to everybody. It will take too much bandwidth. So you can maybe use YouTube, but then you need 1,000 subscribers, and we don't have that yet before you can open that. So there are other ways of doing it, but they are working on that. So these are the pages that people click on, and this is where it's coming from, and this is the countries, and there's quite a lot of countries actually, so interesting. I think what I have now is according to the last 7 days, so I can, I don't think I have 12 months. Yeah, we started here, put it out. But I think this is a very interesting system, and here we also have storage. So we have the possibility to connect a proper database, SQL database, and also a blob database for pictures and documents and whatever. Yes, that's basically what I wanted to say, and I think I'm going to stop my presentation and then maybe try to drag you down here and say, now you're on internet. So once again, if you, I'm hoping that people will see this after, and I'm also hoping that if you know other people that should kind of join because they can either help or they can benefit from learning, then tell them to go and have a look. So that's it. Any questions, any comments, any last words?
So I have a question. Uh, for the analytics part, I've
Yes.
seen that you guys are using SQL. So the thing is that these data are not structured. Uh,
True.
yeah. So is it a good thing to choose SQL instead of NoSQL, because NoSQL is a no structured.
A lot of the information will be structured, like because you do want to know like the location, the date, the time, and all that stuff. And I actually think that in many situations you end up having a combination.
Yes.
So, but we are going to have this discussion with SCU next weekend. They have a system working now. And I don't know about how they do with the documents, but they do have a blob or storage system. But I agree, there are benefits to non-SQL or object-oriented databases. And there are so many modern databases that are kind of a mix of SQL and yeah, so we can have a discussion about that in the future, definitely. I think I did put out like a timeline. So I do want to kind of invite to discussions about specific topics because we have to make a system for ourselves. We have to make a system where we want to put this in this witness reports, but we also need to put a system with the sensor data. So these are the two data sources that we need to store somewhere. For the web page itself, I am looking at content management systems that are more modern. There are some headless systems. I have been playing around a little bit with something called HighGraph. I really like it, but there's also a Norwegian system called Sanity. And they also have their system of kind of, you can build up the database. Yeah.
I actually work with Strapi and recently Contentful. Those are the CMS, headless CMS that are written as JavaScript.
Okay. So then we can add you to that discussion when we have to choose. definitely. Yes. Okay. Anna, did you know that you could just go into your browser and that's your development environment?
I didn't know.
No.
So I learned a lot from this, and I'm gonna look into it actually.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna send some links. So there are some interesting links like to get started. And I will have some simple tutorials.
Yeah.
Because it's when you want to start programming, where do you start? There's so much new now. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's been my problem. I haven't known exactly where to start because, yeah, there's, as you said, there's so much. So it's much easier to know than, and then I have a goal as well. I have actually this project and the information we have here. It's
Yeah.
easier to know where to start. Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the interesting part when it comes to databases is that you can actually use a database system in the browser normally. And I think it's kind of important to let those who are interested in the data to kind of get to the system and get to know the database. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well. And especially if you're going to have it like we spoke about earlier, that you're going to be able to search through it. And with all the different naming and everything, it's really important to understand the whole database system to be able to make it work properly, I think.
Yeah. And you can make it complicated with relations, or you can make it easier with tags and stuff like that. But it is actually quite important to get it right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, I think that's it. Any other comments? Doug, you are just listening and yes. So then I say thank you for joining, and you will see yourself on the website.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.